going on, man? Welcome back to another another After Pill live stream. What is going on, man? Cartier, what is going on? Oh, turn that off. Test my audio. Check. 1 2. Check. Okay, audio's all good. Tonight is going to be a interesting live stream, man. Right? A serious live stream, man. So y'all come on in. Right? Hit that like button. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let me straighten up my camera a little bit. See. How's y'all's week been? Well, I seen you ninjas yesterday, ninja. I seen you ninjas yesterday. But how's y'all week going? It's getting rough out here, man. It's getting rough out here. Listen, listen. I keep telling y'all, man. It's no joke. It's no joke. I'm gonna let a few more people get in here before I start this. Y'all are gonna want to tune into this. Y'all are gonna want to hit the replay on this one. This was gonna be profound, ninja. This is gonna be a profound, and I usually don't, I hee and ha with you ninjas, and jokey sometimes and all that. But y'all need to hear this one. Y'all need to hear this. What's going on, John? Y'all need to hear this one because it's not looking good. This is the reason why you need to be trying your best. Listen, Ninja, I'm exhausted, right? I'm tired, Ninja, right? Came back home from work, right? Working, a little bit over 9 hours today, right? Come back home. I just wanted to slouch right on the couch. I just wanted to, fall right out on the couch, right? I'm exhausted. But you know what? I came back home. I sat there for a little bit, got my bearings together, ninja. Got my mind together, got everything right. Even though I'm exhausted, right? Got right on up, took my uniform off. Ninja, we got to go to the gym, ninja. This is what we do. This is what we do. Let's get in the gym, right? Let's get in there, put in this work, come back, right? Eat, rest a little bit, hop on a live stream because we got stuff to talk about. Ninja, I got places to be. I got things to do. I don't have time to be, sitting back and becoming a part of the propaganda. I don't have time to be sitting back and, becoming one of you dang on normies. I don't have time. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. There's not too many people who are going to be able to think above. There's not too many people who are going to be able to think above the programming that they're instilling here in America. Shouts out to Dan22. Add me as a member. I'm having a hard time doing it on my phone. Okay, I'm gonna have I think Moy knows how to do it. I think Moy knows how to do it. If Cartier and John knows how to do it, could y'all possibly put the link to the membership for him, or gift him if y'all know how to gift the membership. If not, I guess whenever Moy gets in here, he'll gift him a membership. But I appreciate that, Dan22. Shouts out to you. Sid SYD, what's going on? Doug says I got my passport and about 20 G's, no wife, no kids. Bump this. I'm fixing to get on the first thing smoking. Yeah, this is what's going on now. This America over the next, and no longer are we seeing increments of maybe 5, 10, 20 years. We're not seeing things happen in increments, right? I think over the next 4 or 5 years, and I'll go ahead and throw 10 years in there. America's gonna have a great exodus. This is just my prediction. Could be wrong. This is just strictly my opinion. I believe America's gonna have a great exodus, right? And it's not gonna be the poor, right? It's not gonna be the less fortunate ninja. It's not gonna be the people who take part of this propaganda, take part in, this is the greatest place on earth. Ninja, young Cartier, I appreciate that. Happy belated birthday. Only found out after replaying the live W content. I appreciate that, man. Shouts out to Cartier. I appreciate that. But people sit up here and act like, yeah, this is the greatest place on earth. Man, this place is crumbling. This place is absolutely crumbling. I don't know how else to put it to you ninjas. You need to get out here and win by any means necessary. Like your life depends on it. Because honestly, it does. Ninja, look at what's going on. Look at what's going on. You had the Carmelo situation, right? Then you had then another shooting just happened at a school in Dallas. Ninja. Then another school shooting just happened in Dallas 2 days ago, or yesterday. Then we got a whole nother school shooting today, Ninja. But everybody wanna sit up here and act like, oh, everything's all fine and dandy, right? Everybody want to point fingers. Everybody want to point fingers at the blacks. Everybody want to point fingers at the whites. Oh no, it's the illegals, ninja. Nah, ninja. This is an overall issue, but nobody wants to think. Nobody wants to think. Nobody wants to use their brain, right? Because most people are brain dead, right? Most people are brain dead. They don't know how to think, right? So it really don't matter if they dismantle the Department of Education. You ninjas wasn't gonna do nothing with it in the first place. The kids are stupid. Everybody's wrapped up in social media. The adults, the reason why the kids so wrapped up in social media is because the parents wrapped up in the same old thing. So nobody's raising the kids. Everybody's leaving the kids all to themselves. They're all on social media, right? Getting wrapped up into the wrong things. The young girls are getting wrapped up into the wrong things. The young men are getting wrapped up into the wrong things. It's an overall issue. It's not a black issue. It's not a white issue. It's not a Latino issue. It's not an Asian issue, ninja. It's an overall issue. But nobody they don't want you to think that way. They don't want you to think that way. Yeah, you'll have to. I think I told you before. Yep, you have to try it on desktop. You'll have to try it on desktop. But ninja, this is. I don't know what y'all done heard, but this is psychological warfare right here. This is psychological warfare. Prove me wrong. This is absolutely psychological warfare, and only people who are really thinking above the rim really can see what's going on. Everything has been done on purpose. Everything somebody's pressing the button. I guarantee it. Like I told you before, they're picking out. See, our world, our country is so chaotic, right? Everything is so chaotic around us. All they have to do is pick out a story from the chaos, right? Guess what? They know what triggers you, ninja. They know what triggers you. They know what gets you, all emotional, right? They know how you breathe. They know when you go to sleep. They know the food you eat. They know the GPS route that you take at 5:30 every time you leave work, ninja. They know where you work. They know where you live, right? They know that you only eat this. They know that you vegetarian. They know that you like to eat steak on Saturday. They know exactly what to put out there to get people all riled up. They know exactly what to do. They know exactly what to do. Cartier says it's like how they used the baby sting for Kamala presidency to get the female vote. Exactly. Same thing. It's all propaganda. All of it is propaganda, right? And the intended goal, right? Right. See, I'm getting some deep philosophical stuff right here. The intended goal is to weigh people down psychologically. That's the intended goal. To weigh you down psychologically. It's to weigh Americans down emotionally. It is to weigh you down mentally. Wow. And then you probably ask, why do they want to do that? John says they say eat the rich. Well, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. See, like this whole just like this whole tariff war, it should have happened a long time ago. But what happened? People got comfortable. People were making their little money. People had their little careers, right? People bought their little homes. So guess what? They let stuff slide. Okay, we can let this slide. All right, we'll let that slide. All right, we'll let this slide. So eventually, guess what? It started to affect everybody. Now everybody out here getting ate up. Y'all should have stepped up. Y'all should have stepped up 20 years ago. Right? Boomer should have said something. Millennial should have said something. Right? Older millennials should have said something. By the time it got to Gen Z, it's too late. It's too late for us. Well, for the bulk of everybody. Cartier says the only way they can bring in the NWO is if everyone is psychologically defeated to the point they have no will to fight. Cartier, you knew exactly where I was going with it. Come on, y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Cartier, you took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly where I was going. That's exactly where I was going with it. Because this is not done on purpose. There's a reason why there's a series of events day after constantly. There's a reason why you get the Carmelo story. Boom. Everybody all riled up. Boom. They know what triggers you. They know what gets you all emotional. They know what the blacks like to get them riled up. They know what gets the white people all riled up. They know what gets the Latinos all riled up. They continue to push out stuff to get everybody riled up, about something, right? Whether they pinning each other, pinning people against each other, or whether they just throwing stuff out there just to see who take the bait. They know exactly what to do. And eventually people become weighed down mentally, right? We're continuously bombarded with propaganda, and not saying that other places in the world experience this too, but I think we experience this on a whole nother level in America. I believe that we live in a illusion of freedom. John says they already killed masculinity. And they're continuously doing it. They're going to continuously do it. It goes way further back. 2020 was nowhere near the start. 2020 was like, that wasn't nothing. They've been doing this since the 60s. Since the first wave of feminism. They've been doing this. They've been carefully constructing this. Right, let me tell y'all something. Just like we were on masculinity, John. Just like we were on masculinity, right? A lot of people don't like to bring this up, but I've only heard a few people, bring this up, including CGA, right? But I've long known this, since I was not little, but early on in my adult years, right? Look at how masculinity, right, was destroyed. Look at how the fathers was taken away out of the household in the black communities, right, over the decades, right? Just how we like to talk about incels today, right? The modern day incels. Well, in the black community, the violent ultra masculine thugs were just the incels. The thugs in the black community, they were just incels, right? They had no guidance. They had no fathers. They had no masculine figure, right? They were just incels. got caught up in the streets, got caught up in crime, right? Took the fathers out the household. That was look. This books have been written on this. This is no conspiracy. Everybody should know by now that the government had their dealings in carefully constructing that to destroy the nuclear family in the black neighborhoods. This is not a conspiracy. This is well documented. And the reason why I bring that up is because what happened in the black community for decades is now happening all across every community now. See, the black community has long been used as an experiment, right? The black community has always been used as an experiment of what is to come for the rest of the country. Right? The black community was a test run. Exactly. So y'all, people like to think that, oh, the black people, they over there, they don't know what they doing. We literally were fighting against the U.S. government, Ninja. What are you talking about, Ninja? What are you talking about? And then still being able to have somewhat of success, Ninja. Ninjas had to fight against the whole U.S. government, Ninja. Had to fight against laws made not in your favor. Right? But guess what? Guess what we're seeing now? Ninja, Ninja's been having to break up out of that matriarchy. Ninja's been having to break up out of that mindset. Ninja, we've had to fight the matriarchy for decades, Ninja. Right? Because a good portion of black men come from that matriarchy, right? Where the woman was in the home, right, filled with emotion. Ninjas, if he didn't have no football coach or basketball coach or Boy Scouts or something like that, or an uncle or something like that, he was stuck in that. You were stuck in that that matriarchy, right? And then you got caught up in the over emotionalization, right, of your masculinity, Ninja. So black men have always had to deal with the deconstruction of the nuclear family. So now what we're seeing is this is now happening across all communities, right? Now you got everybody else scrambling like they don't know what to do. But Ninja, we've been dealing with it for decades. We've been dealing with it for decades. So now you're seeing a new rise. You're seeing a new rise in incels now. Exactly. Kept you out of corporate America on purpose. Right? This is documented. There's no fallacy, Ninja. It's well documented. So like I said, the thugs in the black community were the original incels of America. Believe it or not. They were the original incels in America were the thugs and the gangsters in the black community. Right? That was our version of incels. Now what we're seeing is a new version of incels because now it is happening all across. It's happening all across communities now. Right? It don't even matter no more. Everybody getting their ass divorced, right? More and more families, more and more kids are growing up in single parent households, single mother households, right? And guess what? You got to realize that translates into every aspect in our society. So that translates into, the school shootings, right? That translates into the Carmelo situation. That translates into all of these different situations. Y'all think that this is about to just, get better? No, Ninja, this is about to get worse. I said this. I've said this last year. I said this. I've been saying this for 2 years. Right? Some of the videos that I've said this when I first started YouTube. When I first started YouTube, I was already speaking on this. There's a lot of videos that I archived and just put away because I did something different with my channel. I've been speaking on this for 2 years. G Wills, what's going on? I appreciate that, G Wills. America is cooked. Because everybody is under some kind of programming. John says the women are also put in power more because they are easy to control. Exactly. Put the women in power and then emasculate the men, right? Hard to believe this is a real world we look. See, nobody wants to acknowledge the truth though. Everybody wants to get a one up. Everybody wants to get a one up. Oh, the blacks want to get a one up. Yeah, look at what the white guy did. Then here go the white people. Oh, look at what the thugs did over there. Look at what the black people did. Then Latinos look at the white folks and look at them ninjas over there. Everybody's trying to get a one up a one up under each other, right? This is the kind of destruction and chaos that we live under. Nobody wants to come together and acknowledge, right, what's really going on, right? Because they don't want you pointing the finger at the real enemy, ninja. They don't want you pointing the finger at the real enemy. Nah, we can't have that. Throw them ninjas a bone. Huh. Throw them ninjas a bone. Huh. Got everybody bickering and fighting about what should simply be, simple injustices and let the Department of Justice handle these situations. But no, it always have to go above and beyond. Right? It has to go and be above and beyond. That's the programming. That's the propaganda, ninja. You not, and honestly, see, this is why I don't pick sides anymore. I'm not left, I'm not right, ninja. I'm just in the air, ninja. Right? I'm common sense. Right? Most people in America don't have common sense because they always want to pick sides. There is no middle point in America no more. There is no middle point in America. Either you're on this extreme or you're on this extreme. Either you're on this extreme or you're on that extreme. I want nothing to do with the politics in America. I want nothing to do with the two-tier system because neither one of them are actually solving the issues. They just continuously pitting everybody against each other. And if you haven't noticed, everything gets more extreme and more extreme every year. How far do you think it's going to go? How far do y'all think it's going to go? Oh, it's gonna get much worse. It's gonna get much worse. And you are not safe anywhere in America. I don't know why. See, I don't know why y'all think y'all safe anywhere. Ninja, you not safe, and anything can pop off anywhere in America. Prepper Prepper Fitness says, I never leave the house without packing heat. Exactly. Do you know what the statistics are? Most people don't everyday carry, right? Most people don't everyday carry. Most people do not everyday carry. A lot of people may own guns. Not even a majority of people own guns in America, I don't think. Right? But and then even if they own a gun, most people don't everyday carry. So you got people who, ninja, you can get got anywhere, ninja. You can get got in Wally World, ninja. Remember that incident that happened down there? What was that, Tampa somewhere? Was that Tampa or Orlando? Ninja went in there and shot up the Family Dollar, right? Ninja went in there and shot up the Family Dollar. Ninja, you not safe in church, ninja. You not safe in the school. Y'all already see, ninja. You can get stabbed at the track meet, ninja. You can get shot up just sitting at the university, ninja. Where are you safe? Ninja can keep kicking your door in the middle of the night, ninja. You can be in the suburbs in the safest neighborhood. You can be in the hood, ninja. You can get your school shot up in the inner city, ninja. You can get your school shot up in the suburbs. It don't matter. You can get stabbed in the suburbs, ninja. You can get stabbed in the inner city. It does not matter anymore. Sodom and Gomorrah is coming, Tap. Listen, y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here first. You ain't safe nowhere, ninjas walking around. Ninja, I don't go where without my strap, ninja. I got 30 on me. I got 30 on me. Ninja, what? In the grocery store, yep, shopping, looking for eggs, ninja. I wish a ninja would. Yep. Got a 30 pack on me in the grocery store looking for eggs and steak, ninja. Yep. And a gallon of milk. Right? Because we've already seen it happen. Then I don't even know what to do about schools. Prepper Fitness says most people don't carry until after they are a victim of a crime. By then it's usually too late. I carry at the gym too. Yep. I've seen a few situations that I've watched, where a situation went down at a gym. People were killed at a gym. What's going on, handsome barber? But it is ridiculous out here. But people want to say that this is not crumbling. We're not crumbling, and nobody's going to do anything. So I don't even know why do people even get riled up. I know it's a crazy thing to say. Dying at the gym is crazy. Like ninja what? Like ninja what? But this is not gonna. Let's get these likes up, man. We have almost 50 people in here. Let's get these likes up. But it's not. Nothing's gonna get fixed. Y'all, I hope y'all do know that, right? Nothing is gonna get fixed. This is here to stay. This is here to stay. Listen, America is psychologically violent. America is emotionally violent. Ninja, America is spiritually violent. We're in decay, Ninja. We're in decay. God left this place a long time ago. God left this place a long time ago. What are Christians at? What are fake Christians at? What the fake Christians got to say about all of this? What are fake Christians at? Y'all gonna pray about it, Christians? Y'all gonna pray about it? Y'all gonna go to church and say, oh Lord, what is going on? And pray that our community get better. Ninja go in church and pray, don't do nothing about it. Don't do nothing about it. John says so much corruption in the government. Absolutely. Ninja been going to church. Ninja been going to church the past 10 years. Ninja, how many school shootings have there been, Ninja? How many god dang on times we gonna see skinny pop pops? Ninjas getting skinny pop pop. Ninja, come on, bro. Yep, I was gonna speak on that on a different day. They financing, bro. People are financing Coachella. Let me actually bring that up, Ninja. If I don't know what's going, if America ain't falling, I don't. I must be tripping. I must be tripping. Let me see if I can find that on because I think I saved it on my Instagram. People are financing. I think it was around 60%. 60% of people were financing Coachella. Where's that article at? Yeah, here we go. Yep, I was right. 60% of Coachella attendees finance their tickets to attend the festival. According to Billboard, 60% of the 100,000, bro, come on, what are we doing out here? 60% of the 100,000 attendees are paying an average of $50 per month. Ninja, America cooked. America is cooked. Trump gonna bring the manufacturing jobs, Ninja. Ninja, ain't no manufacturing jobs coming back. I would like to be proved wrong. Don't get me wrong. Manufacturing ain't coming back, Ninja. Y'all about to see a bunch of robotics and AI and Ninja, where you gonna be in there sweeping floors, Ninja. That's what you're gonna do if you even have that, Ninja. If you even be sweeping and mopping, Ninja, they might just have a robotic dang on cleaner walking around too. You ain't even gonna be able to sweep and mop, Ninja. Ninja think manufacturing coming back to the USA. Ninja, manufacturing is not coming back to the USA. Shout out to MC for the super chat. America has become a third world country. Take away the access to finance it and it will be complete chaos here. You just said a word right there. You just said a mother flipping word right there. America has become a third world country. Take away the access to financing and it will be chaos. It is a wrap. You're talking about 60% of people. You're talking about 60% of people put tickets on financing tickets. Financing tickets. That's not something that you finance, right? When I think of financing, I'm thinking that that's something that you literally like something that you need to get back and forth to work. Okay, you finance a car so you can get to point A to point B, right? or you financing a house, right? Something that's an asset, something that's improving your life, something that in the long run, if you take good care of it, you can resell it and possibly get some kind of ROI back. Even if you take a loss, you can still, okay, my car, is taking some depreciation. Here goes my car back. Right, I can get a little something for it. I well maintained it. This, that, and the fourth. Okay, my house, I threw a new roof on there. I threw a new HVAC system in there. Okay, I can get 20,000 plus on the original price that I bought it for. Ninja, you people are financing Coachella tickets, and then I heard that it wasn't even all that. Ninjas are getting stuck in the desert. Ninjas in there getting stuck in the mud. It wasn't well organized. People having to get out their car and take a shit in the mud in a tree somewhere. Ninja, they financing this to party in the middle of the desert, to party and take drugs in the middle of the desert. Ninja, come on, bro. Come on, man. But this is cooked, bro. School shootings every year, shootings every year. But you see what they prop up. You see what they throw in your face, right? Especially for those who MSK was going on. For those of you who's always in the media, always in your phone. This is meant to weigh you down. These phones were not by accident. These cell phones were not by accident. Social media was not by accident. Ninja, don't make me go down a rabbit hole. Don't make me go down a rabbit hole, because I usually don't go down these rabbit holes. I keep it surface level for you ninjas, right? Because that's all your mind could dang on bear, ninja. That's all y'all's mind can really bear, ninja. Y'all can only bear the surface level, but this junk goes so deep. These social media apps, this stuff is not just by accident, ninja. This stuff is not just by accident. This stuff is very structured. You think they don't know everything, ninja? They know everything about you. They know how your heart beat, ninja. They know how you breathe, the rhythm that you breathe. They know your blood type. They know what time you get up. They know when you open up your phone. They know what the first thing you open up your phone is. Come on, bro. Come on. And the damage is irreversible. The damage is irreversible. Ninja, relationships are not coming back. Relationships are not coming back. Masculinity isn't coming back. Do you know why America is going to continue to see violent things like this happen? Because masculinity, right? Masculinity. That's completely destroyed. So now that masculinity is destroyed, right? They made sure of course they made sure that the black males get subdued, ninja. So that's been going on for decades. They made sure to make sure the macho, well, at least, many of them, right? Many of the, macho black males, they made sure that them ninjas didn't get off the leash all these decades. Make sure they stayed up under that matriarchy, ninja, right? So they destroyed that masculinity. Now they're destroying the white males' masculinity, right? That's been happening for some time now, and the rest is history. So what happens? What happens when all of masculinity is subdued, ninja? Of course, we know what happens. They put more females in power. They put more women in power, right? They put more women in power, and nothing against the women. Nothing against the women. Many of them don't even see. Well, I'm not going to say that. Some don't. Some don't see it. Some don't see it, but most do understand the power shift. Most do understand the power dynamic that is shifting, and they're leaning into it. They're not shying away from it. They're not saying, "Hey, we need to get men together. We need to make sure that men are all right mentally. We need to make sure that men are heard. We need to make sure that men have a good head on their shoulder. We need to make sure that men aren't out here offing themselves. We need to make sure that the men have jobs. We need to make sure that the men are all right so our society can carry on." Nah, ninja. Nah, that's not happening. That's not happening. What's going on, Tommy? There's literally no solution but to develop a strategy of your own and get out here and win, so you can possibly pack your bag and get somewhere else, ninja. Or if you want to live here and possibly go down with the ship, ninja. I don't know. But what this looking like to me is just a sinking ship. right? There's no love. There's no love out here for your neighbor in this land. There's no neighborly love out here. Don't nobody, everybody, what communities? There's no communities. There's no communities in America. Everybody stays to themselves, right? If there is some sense of community, they're in some kind of far off pocket somewhere. But overall, America in general, there ain't no dang on communities here. Everybody is to themselves. Nobody talks. It's the reason why there was an article that was released, a news segment that was released by there's a loneliness epidemic. Not just male loneliness epidemic, but an overall loneliness epidemic. People are not making friends. People are shying away from each other. Nobody's talking to each other. Nobody likes each other, ninja. Nobody talks to their coworkers. Ninjas bump heads at work, ninja. All that stuff is, bro, this stuff is dead. And it's been dying for some time, but nobody wants to admit the truth. But everybody wants to get all shocked when violence happens, ninja. This is a violent nation, ninja. Am I in the right place, ninja? This not America, ninja? Is this not America? See, one thing the after pill are gonna do, I'm gonna tell the whole truth and the complete truth. So help us God, ninja. One thing that I'm gonna do is tell the whole truth, the complete truth. So help me God. America is a violent nation, bro. There's no getting around that. There's no getting around that. America's psychologically violent, emotionally violent, and physically violent as well, financially violent as well, ninja. Everywhere we turn, ninja, there's something. Politically violent. Look at how much politics has transgressed so much over the past 10 to 12 years. Right? Now we see political violence like it's nothing. Now we see political violence like it's nothing. Didn't a governor in what was that governor? Was it Maryland or Maine or somewhere? Didn't they set his house on fire? Didn't they set the governor house on fire? Was it Maryland? Was it Maine? It was some governor's house not too long ago, about a week ago. Right? Cartier says almost every nation has its violent history. Yes, almost every nation has. But you got to think many of these nations have been around for thousands of years, right? America is fairly new. And you got to think too, they didn't exist in time periods like this, right? Where we have technological advancements, where we have medical advancements, right? Where we have things and ideologies that help us out, right? We don't stay in the caveman days anymore. Right? We shouldn't be in predicaments where we're basically just barbarians with technology. We shouldn't be in these predicaments. We shouldn't be in any of these predicaments. We should be learning from the past. We should be learning from one another. We should be advancing one another, no matter the race, no matter the creed, no matter the ninja. We should be advancing each other. But ninja, that's not what we're doing. We don't stay in caves no more. This should be easy peasy. We should be easily like getting along and making sure, okay, there's my neighbor over there hurting, let me go help him out. Okay, those neighbors over there, let me go help them out. Or you hurting, somebody come help you out. But it's not how it is. It's not how it is. Technology evolves, but humans stay the same. Humans stay the same in a sense, but I'm a firm believer that humans can evolve as well. I'm a firm believer that humans can evolve as well, but I get what you mean. Torado Wave said, if you're in school, don't go to class. Online is the way to go. I'm not taking chances. Yeah, it's pointless at this point. You don't even know what could happen. Said tap preaching tonight. Yep. Melanie Brown, real talk. Yep. You don't know what could happen now. You don't know what can happen. You in class, a ninja want to come in there and shoot up the whole class. It don't take much, ninja. It just takes a little AR with a standard clip. That's all it take. It take a AR and a standard clip, ninja. The whole class gone. A whole class of 50 gone. That's all it take. He ain't take out that many. He ain't take out that many, but I'm just saying. Like these issues are not just going to be, you know, swept up under the rug. It's going to continue to happen. Ninja, this stuff has been, bro, this stuff has been happening since I was a child. This stuff has been happening since I was a child. Ninja, I am 29 now and nobody ain't did nothing. I am 29 now. And I remember school shootings as early as I can remember, like middle school. I can remember school shootings as early as middle school. Nobody has never done nothing about it. And I've been seeing them ever since. Seeing them through high school, right? Seen it when I got to college. It's the same thing. It's like history and repeat. We're in the same loop, the same doom loop. Melody Brown says I moved to West Africa. Okay. Cartier says that's a sad thought, bro. But think of it like this. Think of it like this. Think about, you see how I'm just talking about it, you know, nonchalantly, not nonchalantly, but you see how I'm just talking about it willy-nilly. Ninja, I am immune to it. I think that shit should be studied, Ninja. I am immune to the violence, Ninja. Immune to it. And I wasn't raised bad or anything or seen people get hit up growing up or nothing, Ninja. I stayed in a fairly, you know, regular degular neighborhood, Ninja. Right? Went to school with some hoodlums. But for the most part, Ninja, grew up regular like everybody else. Went outside like everybody else, played on my basketball hoop like everybody else. I didn't grow up seeing nothing crazy. I didn't grow up seeing nothing crazy. But I grew up seeing the turmoil America is in, Ninja. But just think about it. Not just me, Ninja, we all immune to this. We're all immune to this. Desensitized, exactly. But I don't understand. Drunk Monk, what's going on? But I can't still understand why people are getting riled up by another shooting. Why are people getting riled up when a kid gets stabbed at the track meet? Why are people getting riled up? I don't know, Ninja. Don't we let this happen? We let this slide all the time, Ninja. We let this slide all the time. Everybody want to pick and choose what they get riled up about, Ninja. This has been happening since I was a kid. Welcome to America, Ninja. Welcome to America. Land of the free, and you're bound to get your ass shot and stabbed. Welcome to America. This is where we are. This is where we are, and nobody's coming to save you, ninjas. Yeah, when they start selling bulletproof backpacks, Ninja, it was done, Ninja. If you got kids, Ninja, you better never ever put them in school again, Ninja. And then they talking about defunding or taking away the money from Department of Education, Ninja. If you got kids, Ninja, if y'all in this chat, you watching me, y'all got kids, Ninja, go ahead and take your kids out of school, Ninja. You better find a way. You better find a way. I know some people just ain't got no choice. Some people are not in a financial predicament to be, or don't even have their spouse or don't have the mom there, don't have the dad there or whatever. So they doing it all by themselves. And those are going to be people that suffer the most. The people who have no choice. The kids are already not learning in class. They're already not learning. I mean, we're behind in education for a first world country. The whole nation is behind. The whole nation is behind in education, math, science, technology. We're behind. We're extremely behind. Kids are more focused on TikTok and shaking a little tail feather in front of the camera than learning some mathematics or learning some AI or learning some automation. But then who's to blame? You can't really blame the kids. Can't really blame the kids, so who is there to blame? What, can you blame the parents? Yeah, you can put blame on the parents. But then they done made it to where both parents got to go to work. They made it to where the cost of living is so high that most parents can't be there and tend to their children. They made it so bad where Ninja the daycare costs so much. So Ninja, you gotta work. Ninja's working 2 jobs and driving Uber, dropping the kid off at the grandma house, and then a dad come and pick them up. Right, while he get off at night, then mom probably still working. Ninja, this is a whole systemic, not a systemic issue. Ninja, this is all systemic. They want you to work, right? They want both parents to work. They want you out there working so the corporations can own you. Ninja, they've been sold us out to the corporation. Ninja, don't y'all understand that? It doesn't matter what administration we're under. They've already sold us out to the corporations. Ninja, that's why they want to make it. That's why they continue to increase the rent. That's why they continue to make housing unaffordable. That's why everything continues to go up. Groceries go up. Right? The cost of gasoline and oil continues to go up. That's why they made it that way. So both parents can continue to go to work. Right? So because they've sold you to the corporation. So the corporations own you, and guess who they own? They own the kids. The public indoctrination camps own the kids. So now they're programming them. You're supposed to be raising the kids, but guess who's raising the kids? The government. And I don't know why people act like the government is your friend, Ninja. The government is not your friend. Everybody always like to talk about taxes. Dang, why we got to pay so much taxes? Why we got to pay the government this? Ninja, that's just one aspect. The government ain't your friend. The government is a for-profit organization, Ninja, by any means necessary. If they got to invade a country to make profit, that's what they're gonna do. Ninja, if they gotta put crack in a neighborhood to make a profit, Ninja, that's what they're gonna do. If they gotta push propaganda, if they gotta push feminism, more women in power than men to enslave the masses to make sure that the men don't revolt and the women can remain under control, guess what they're gonna do, Ninja? Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna make sure that they maintain control, which we're already seeing. Most men, you hear me talk about it all the time. Most men are weak. We're going to continue to see school shootings. We're going to continue to see mass shootings, right? As long as we have groups of men that continue to go unregulated, as long as we have groups of men who continue to go under the system, under the radar, we're going to continue to see mass shootings. We're going to continue to see violence. I've talked about this for 2 years, Ninja. I've been talking about this. I said, if this continue, we're going to see men go on a trajectory that nobody's seen coming. Or maybe they did see it coming. Maybe that's what they want. They want mass violence and chaos. They want the men castrated, right? But that's probably also why they're probably implementing, certain kind of technologies, right? So they're probably predicting that men are going to continue to get overly emotional, right? More feminized, right? So that means they're not able to regulate their masculinity. So in that case, like we've seen with the black community, with those incels, right? Like I said, with the black community, the original incels, Ninja, they over violent, hyper masculine, right? Those were the original incels. So what do you think is about to happen to the rest of America? Y'all better pay attention, man. Young Cartier says, do you reckon the people that orchestrate all of this stuff we're seeing created religion to control people and keep them from questioning? You know what? Great question. Great question. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you on this one. That is something that I'm trying to discover right now. And be wholeheartedly real with you. That is something that I'm trying to discover right now. Meaning that I don't even have the answer. Possible? Is it possible? Absolutely. Absolutely possible. Absolutely. But right now, that is what I'm trying to discover. Is what I'm trying to discover. Drunk Month says another 10 to 20 years, they may have it. Ninja, they already got the cat. Listen, the cat is out the bag, Ninja. I don't know what to tell y'all. Listen, and I told y'all I go deep. Pause, no diddy. I told y'all I go deep. I go real deep. It's a lot of stuff I can go deep on. A lot of stuff, but I know the feeble-minded isn't ready for a lot of the stuff that I real deal know and real deal done studied about, Ninja. I only go deep when it causes to go in depth like this. But I've been paying attention to what's going on. I've been paying attention to the two-tier system. I've been paying attention to the Democrats. I've been paying attention to the Republicans, Ninja. I've been paying attention to the corporations, Ninja. Just follow the money. Follow the money. A lot of people still gonna think, well, this side is more common sense than this side. Maybe a little bit, ninja. Maybe a little bit, ninja. But no, they want you dead just like everybody else, ninja. They want you under their thumb just like everybody else. They want you under their control just like everybody else. Shouts out to Gooch. But they all want control. It's all about control. It's all about control. It's about chaos. It's about chaos, right? Mass chaos. That's why they continue to pump this. That's why they continue to pump this out. They know you got the phone in your hand, right? Then you just got hit with a news story yesterday, ninja. Didn't y'all just get hit with a news story? What that is doing, that is altering your emotional state. What that is doing is continuous. It is continuously hitting your nerve endings in your mind and your brain, right? Sending shock waves through you, even if you think you don't feel it, right? I'm not even going to sit up here and say, oh, well, I don't feel it because I'm immune. No, I feel it too. It continuously sends shock waves through your nervous system. It continuously desensitize you to an extent, right? And that is what makes you controllable. So every here and there, you got to learn how to snap out of it, get out of the propaganda. That's why I remove myself from politics. I talk about politics, but that's why I remove myself from politics. All of that stuff. When it comes to divisiveness and all of that stuff, I kind of remove myself from that. I remove myself from that. Right? The Guardian says, spread the fear and they have the control. That was the goal. That was the goal all along. Spread the fear, right? Just like with the stock markets right now, with all of the markets right now, what the tariffs are doing, right? Destabilizing the market. It's creating chaos. It's creating fear, right? It is meant to do that. It is meant to get the masses unhinged, right? It is meant to cause widespread chaos. Dang, what's going on? What's going on? I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. What is he doing? Is this good? Is this bad? Will we hurt for a little bit? Will we hurt for a lot of bit? It is meant to cause confusion. It is meant to cause mass chaos. It's for control. See, as a person who is seeking, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. Because most of you are not gonna seek it yourself. So I can sit up here and be honest in the first place. I can sit up here and be honest and tell what I actually want out of life. I want power and control as well. So when you understand power, when you understand control, you know exactly what is happening. Because that's what I want as well. I want power. I want control, right? Not in such a evil way, right? Not in that kind of way, but I understand what power does. I understand what control is. Some people are very evil, right? But it's either get out here and get control, get power, or become the powerless and become the control. And that's not what I want to be. So I made a decision to go after power by any means necessary. See, David said, time is the only thing you should seek. I should seek whatever I want to seek. Whatever you want to seek is what you should want to seek. Don't tell me what I should seek, ninja. I'm going to seek whatever I want to seek, whatever I choose to do with this life. That's what I'm going to do. And you do yours, ninja. I said what I said, and I stand on what I stand on. So you can get out here and think everything is sweet all you want to. This is why I vouch for, I said, hey, start your YouTube. Right? Start your journey. Right? Because then you can garner an audience. When you garner an audience, you garner a portion of control. You garner a portion of that power. Right? Don't just be a consumer. We all consume to a certain extent. Some people are just mass consumers. That's all you do. That's all you do. You turn on TV and you watch Netflix, right? Sit up there and eat popcorn, slop-a-loposaurus ass ninjas, right? Or just stare at your phone, ninja. Not in the gym, not picking up no skills, not working, ninja. No nothing. I don't even have a favorite show, ninja. A favorite show, ninja. I haven't had a favorite show since I was like 16, ninja. Favorite show? What's on Netflix, ninja? What's on Netflix? I don't know. I can't even tell you what show is what and who's doing what. I can't even tell you, ninja. I'm out here grinding. Because I stand on what I stand on. I want power, so I won't become powerless. I want control, so I won't become the controlled. Learn to live with less to an extent, but that's not the kind of mindset. I'm not in that mindset. Learn to live with less. Why? Why not live with more, ninja? Why not live with more? See, this is what I'm talking about. Most men are just going to become losers. Reverse that mindset. Learn to live with less. Why not live with more? Why not live with more? Why not live with abundance? I want to know that. I want to know the answer to that. Learn to live with less. Why live with less? Why reduce? Why reduce life? Like I understand, just living, within your means. That's a completely different statement. Learn to live with less. Why? Why can't I have abundance, ninja? Why can't I have it? Why can't I have what I go out and get? I'm not asking for anything. I'm not begging for anything, ninja. I am strictly saying that I'm going to get out here and go work for it. Right, Cartier, you're only here once. There's unlimited resources to obtain. Why not? Or die trying. At least you exhausted your life doing something, right? Or following your purpose, per se. Following your purpose. Getting out here and getting it. Live with less. Come on, man. Live with less. Why? Why I gotta live with less? He said socialism will force you. Less is more. Less bills, more time. Abundance doesn't got to be stuff. Women like stuff. Who even said stuff? Who even said stuff? See, now you just throwing stuff out there. Socialism will force you. No, socialism will force you, ninja. Socialism will force you, ninja. Not me. Socialism will force you. Don't talk about what socialism is gonna force me to do. Nah, you can have all that. You can have it. See, ninjas want socialism. You know why? You know why ninjas want socialism? Ninjas want socialism so they don't have to go work for nothing. That's why so many men opting out of work. They can't get no chick. Ninja don't know what to do but play video games and chill on the couch. They waiting on their mama and daddy to die to get some life insurance money. Ninjas praying and hoping for socialism, ninja. They praying and hoping we get into a socialist state so they can continue to not do nothing. Ninjas don't want to do nothing at all. Don't want to be productive. Don't want to come up with no business. They don't want to do nothing. Socialism will force you. Ninja, get that shit up out of here, man. Don't want to hear that shit. Don't want to hear that shit. Talking about socialism will force you. Nah, ninja, you probably already doing it, ninja. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm going to go get it by any means necessary, ninja. I'm a vulture out here, ninja. Wolf, ninja. I want it. I want it. What's going on, Zaire? He said F socialism. Diddy a Democrat, by the way. Do I care, ninja? Ninja, don't get sniped. Don't get sniped. Don't make me have somebody snipe you up in here. Does it look like I care if Diddy is a Democrat, ninja? I don't care. Democrat, Republican, ninja, independent, ninja. I don't care, ninja. Diddy a Democrat, by the way. So, ninja, did I ask? Did I ask, ninja? I don't give a damn. I don't have a mortgage. I own my own home. Well, clap it up for yourself, Ninja. You want a cookie, Ninja? You want a cookie, Ninja? Do you want me to go get you a cookie, Ninja? Ninja, come on now. Ninja want a cookie? You want a pat on the head? You want a pat on the head, ass Ninja? I own my own home. I paid off my mortgage. Congratulations, Ninja. Congratulations, Ninja. You want a donut, Ninja? Krispy Kreme, ass Ninja? You want me to go get you some from the store, ass Ninja? You want a Snicker, Ninja? You want a Snicker, Ninja? You want a Snicker, Ninja? You want a Snicker bar? Ice cream or the regular one, Ninja? Come on now. MSK said, "Bro, still believe in politics, bro. I can't help you if you still believe in politics. I can't help you still. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, some stuff is common sense and some stuff is just like obvious and shouldn't be happening. But like just basing your whole identity off of politics, bro. I'm not. Listen, whatever. People base their whole identity off of politics. Ninjas out here lost, Ninja. Torado Wave said a lot of men wish they were Diddy. You know what? That's so funny. That's so funny because I did a segment on that. I did a video on that. I said a lot of men wish they were Diddy. Ninjas would get mad, like, man, what you mean? Nobody wanna be like Diddy. You must want to be like Diddy and all that. But what I was saying was completely going over their head. What I was saying was completely going over their head. They completely missed the point. And a lot of ninjas do wish that they were Diddy. They wish they were in this predicament, not the jail predicament, right? Maybe not the bootylicious predicament, but a lot of ninjas wish they were Diddy. Yep, his resources, the way that he can pull women, surrounded by some of the most beautiful women in the world, right? Able to do whatever he wanted to do on his own time. Yeah, you wish you were Diddy. And in actuality, the thing, see, what's so crazy is, Diddy was demonized, right? But there's a lot of normal people, regular everyday people who conduct themselves and do the same thing that Diddy was involved in. Do the same exact thing that Diddy was involved in. The orgies and all of that stuff. Ninja, you think that don't happen with regular everyday people? You think your local nurse and your local doctor, they're not getting their freak on? They're not logging into some of these sites and looking for gangbangs and looking for sex parties and all of this stuff. This stuff exists on the normal level, or did y'all not know? Did I just reveal something to y'all? This stuff exists on a normal level. This is just not the celebrities. This is just not the Hollywood people. This is just not the higher ups, Ninja. This exists on a regular level, Ninja. You can literally log onto a site right now and find a local sex party in your area, Ninja. It'll tell you how many people are involved. It'll tell you what you need to do, what kind of testing you need to take, what date is going to be. Are we wearing masks? Are we wearing chains, Ninja? Are we wearing clown outfits, Ninja? Or who holding the camera, Ninja? Come on, bro. Come on now. But yeah, Diddy got bust for like the criminal element of it. The criminal element of it. The criminal element of it. But people do this every day. David Diller, what is going on? What is going on? Like, why is that even a thing? I bet you vote Democrat. Why is that even something to throw out of there? Ninja, this is the after pill, Ninja. Are you new here, Ninja? Are you new here? Are you new here, Ninja? I really don't care about politics. Really don't care about politics, Ninja. Why are you throwing around? Oh, I bet you vote. I bet you vote. Democrat. He about to get sniped. He about to get sniped. If you vote Democrat, oh well. If you vote Republican, oh well, Ninja. I really don't care at this point, Ninja. I don't care at this point, and it's coming from somebody who did vote for Trump, Ninja. So I really don't care at this point. He should be sending super chats, Ninja. Well, whatever y'all got, I guess y'all beef by yourself then. I don't know what kind of beef you and Zaire got in the chat, whatever, I guess. Whatever. Yeah. Zaire, handle your beef, Zaire. Handle your beef, David. Whatever. But you niggas in here going back and forth. MSK says you can't help someone who believes in politics. It's done for. If you still in 2025, Ninja, in 2025 and beyond, if you still believe in that politics is saving you, Ninja, you're cooked. You're cooked and you're done. If you still believe politics is gonna save you, Ninja, you are done. Ninja still believe it. Ninja still believe Trump gonna save them. Ninja still in the basement playing the game. Ninja. Ninja still in the basement playing the game. He think, yeah, he gonna put my resume in for me. He gonna put in, like, Ninja, what? He gonna put in a resume for me, right? He's gonna put in a good word for me. He's gonna build a manufacturing plant himself. He told me, as Ninja. He told me he's gonna build a plant right in here in Wisconsin, Ninja. He told me he was gonna build a plant right here in Louisiana. Ninja said he was gonna build it himself. He was gonna oversee it himself, and he was gonna hire the crew from the Elon Musk crew. Ninja. He said Elon was gonna provide some workers and everything, some of those good immigrants, not the other immigrants, but he was gonna provide some of those good old immigrants, and they were gonna build that manufacturing plant, and he was gonna bring it back to America. Like, Ninja, what? Go on somewhere, man. Go on somewhere. Drunkman said he's gonna end the Fed. He's gonna end the Fed and take away taxes. As Ninja. Ninjas don't know what is about to hit him. Ninjas don't know what about to hit him. No one's coming to save you, ninjas. Let me public service announcement. Nobody's coming to save you, ninjas. Nobody's coming to save you. And I hate politics in general. The libtards, yep, because y'all ninjas still libtards, ninja. The libtards ain't coming to save you, ninjas. The cuck-servatives ain't gonna come to save you, ninja. None of these ninjas coming to save you. The libtards, the cuck-servatives, none of them. I said it, none of them. The cucks gonna do what cucks do, and the libtards gonna do what libtards do. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. And I believe, and you know, I'm gonna leave it like this. Let's get these likes up. Somebody drop a super chat, man. Somebody drop a super chat. I'm in here speaking, man. I'm in here talking at fire. Somebody drop a super chat. Todd Parker said, "Tax man, grab me." Hey, Uncle Sam out here pulling people's hair out here. Uncle Sam out here pulling people's hair. Hey, somebody drop a super chat. Let's go ahead and drop a super chat. Somebody match with somebody. If you want a natural Viagra, ninjas, for you ninjas who don't work out and you having a little bit of problems down there, right? Some ginger tea, some ginger. You can also do some turmeric. You can also do some cinnamon and some honey. Right? Get your libido right. Open up your blood vessels, right? Get circulation going, right? And it's a natural stimulant. Natural stimulant. Just food for thought, ninja. Just food for thought. Y'all super chat. Somebody super chat. John says Obama will come back as ninja. Bro, that was a good one. I'm gonna have to steal that one, John. Dang, John. Props to John. I'm gonna have to steal that one from you, John. Oh, that was a good one. I'm gonna have to steal that one from you. Dang. Why I ain't never think of that? Obama. They think Obama gonna come back as ninjas. Ninjas like, oh, I can't wait to the Obama and Trump election. I'm voting Obama as ninjas. Ninja still living in Jacksonville, Ninja. Shouts out to MC for the super chat. I appreciate that. Ninja still stay in Jacksonville, Ninja. Ninja still stay in Orlando, Ninja. Ninja still in the inner city, Ninja. He been in the hood he been in the hood all his life, Ninja. He been in the hood all his life, Ninja talking about I can't wait to that. I can't wait to the Obama and Trump. I can't wait to Obama and Trump. I don't know what Trump thinking I don't know what Trump thinking he doing. Obama gonna win that. Ninja, you gonna okay, and then what, Ninja? And then what? What's next, Ninja? What after that? After you vote for Obama ass, Ninja, what's next, Ninja? What's next? Ninja ain't about to do nothing. Well, he's gonna make the inner city and the hood, Ninja. Don't nobody care about the hood, Ninja. Don't nobody care about the hood, Ninja. That's why you move out of that bitch, Ninja. That's why you move out of the project, Ninja, because it is a project, Ninja. It is ongoing, Ninja. You get out, you get your money, you get your education, Ninja. And for those who are genetically super gifted, Ninja, they go to sports, Ninja, and they get up out of that bitch, Ninja. Obama ain't gonna do nothing for you, Ninja. Ninja said, I guess this is a bad time to say go Gators. But yeah, listen, man, real talk. Real talk. I don't I don't believe that America is just gonna just blow up off the face of the earth. But I do believe something is telling me that America's on her last legs. Something is telling me that America is on her last legs as far as dominance go, as far as the U.S. dollar go, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope to God that I'm wrong. I hope to God that I'm wrong. But we can't go on like this. It's not sustainable. The constant propaganda, right? The constant emasculation of men, right? The constant bombardment of propaganda, the wearing down of the mind, the warfare, right? When is enough enough? We can't keep going on like this. But I mean, if I know anything about anything, I mean, it's going to end where it ends, ninja. That's why I keep telling y'all to get out here and win. Get out here and do what you can do because eventually it's going to be to where ninja. If you're at the bottom, that's it. That's it. If you're at the bottom and you haven't made no kind of way, no kind of leg way, ninja, not even just even in the career, if you got to continue to work the 9 to 5 system, if you made no kind of headway, ninja, you cooked. You, and I already showed y'all the stats, right? 50 to 60% of people make under $25 an hour. 50 to 60% of people make under $25 an hour. Now, who can live off of $25 an hour? Right? Not straight 40 hours, no. Not straight 40 hours. Be working definitely 10 to 15 hours of overtime. But 50 to 60% of people make under $25 an hour. Nobody's making it out here. And then the people who do make, you got people who do make six figures, then they live in paycheck to paycheck. They living off credit. Right? They got the beamer out $700, $800 for the car note. Ninja, then you got talking about insurance too. Insurance is $400, right? So they paying $1,100 for the car. Then they got the SUV. They got the SUV for the kids, ninja. So they paying that's another $1,000 for the SUV for the big Escalade, ninja. Then they got the mortgage that they paying $5,000 a month on the mortgage. Both of them work. They have to work because they got so much in bills, ninja. People who making six figures, they live in paycheck to paycheck. Everybody cooked out here, man. Cooked. This is why I tell y'all to win. Get out here and win. Right? Get out here and win. It ain't gonna matter what color you are. It's not gonna matter what race you are. It's not gonna matter about any of that shit. It really ain't. Right? They got people trying to pin up against each other and point fingers, ninja. That's the goal. That's the intended purpose for people to point fingers, divide and conquer. But the tactic is so simple. I am extremely disappointed in people. I am extremely disappointed in people. People gonna be people, but I am extreme. I didn't know people were this stupid, but I guess I gotta keep realizing that people are this damn stupid. They're really this damn stupid. They can't detect that dang divide and conquer is going on right now. They can't detect. This is a classic playbook. But people don't wanna wake up and smell the coffee. People have been hit upside the head so many times with propaganda. People have been hit upside the head so many times with psychological warfare. People are zombies out here. I hope y'all know. This is why so many people, when y'all walking around, I know y'all see it. I know y'all see it. People walking around, literally, you see no life in their eyes. Right? When you go into the grocery store, you see the workers. When you go outside, people are hustling and bustling. Nobody's looking each other in the eyes. When you do catch eye contact, you can see the anger and frustration in most people's eyes. People living on the edge. People living with anxiety. America's a very tense country. Right? Nobody's really relaxing, right? I mean, if you really rich, yeah, you're relaxing, but nobody's really relaxing out here. Everybody's on edge. Everybody's anxious. Everybody watching the news. Everybody wondering what's going to happen with the economy. Everybody's wondering, dang, am I going to get laid off tonight? Or what's going to happen? Everybody's wondering this, that, and the third. America's a very tense and chaotic country. It is. Despite it being first world, yeah, we're first world on paper. Psychologically, we're not first world. Emotionally, we're not first world. Hell, even many of these cities around here are not first world, ninja. You can go to your nearest third world country in a neighborhood near you, ninja. Homelessness, I'm saying homelessness increase, especially around the area, right? This wasn't the case. This wasn't the case 6 months ago, right? Things are getting harder, man. It's gonna get harder to make it. You better open up that door now. You better open up that door now, because but listen, it's going to become a time where you're not going to be able to climb. You're not going to be able to climb. You're not going to be able to make it out. They're going to shut you out, and that is the goal. Right? People are always talking about, yeah, let me just get my passport. Ninja, do you have some money? Right? Before even the money, because you can make it without money, right? Do you have a skill? Do you have wherewithal? A lot of people here don't have the willpower. They don't have the mental capacity. They don't have the mental strength. A lot of people here are mentally weak. That's why we're seeing so many sociopaths and psychopaths running around. A lot of people are walking around here with undiagnosed mental issues. America's one big mental asylum in the first place. But we have a lot of people walking around here undiagnosed, right? Sociopaths, narcissistic behavior, right? Psychopaths, literally. Literally. Sane people don't just walk into schools and shoot people, right? In a sane society, nobody gets stabbed at a track meet. In a sane society. This is not a sane society. And once again, it's not a black issue, it's not a white issue, it's not a Latino issue, it's a societal issue. People will never come to the table and actually deal in truth, because nobody wants to deal in truth. Everybody wants to live in lies, and the propaganda is so strong they can't even see what's what. And yes, it's getting harder to really tell what is truth and what is not. Right? People make up their own narratives, push it through the system. Then of course the algorithm is going to push it because it keeps people on the platforms. These platforms are not your friends, especially if you're a consumer. If you're a consumer, the platforms are not your friend. It's your friend if you're a producer. Because then you get to make the narrative. You get to control the narrative. Y'all better take this in, because y'all not going to see many videos where I go this far into depth with y'all. Right? This is one of those few times where y'all see the after pill really go into this deep. Y'all seen some other videos too, but y'all don't get it like this. Y'all don't get it like this. Ty Packer says, I was a debt collector and ninjas are broke. No one got money. Everybody's on credit. Exactly. Ty Packer said, ninjas out here got 4 loans, got 59 bucks in their checking account. Listen, y'all better listen to Todd. Y'all better listen to Todd. America's the worst country to be at the bottom. To enjoy America, you have to be making $250,000 up. If you want to enjoy America, because there are some people enjoying America right now, but they're making $250,000 plus, if not more. That's the only way you can enjoy America. For the rest, for 90%, I told you a 90-10 rule. For the rest of the 90% of the population, nobody's enjoying life. Middle class, done. That's been done. Middle class income, done. Being able to buy your first home, done. Having children, done. Marriage, done. Relationships, done. Masculinity, done. Traditionalism, done, ninja. Y'all better wake up. This is the after pill, ninja. This is the after pill. Y'all better find a way to make it in a new world, because the old world is not coming back. The old world is not coming back. You ninjas still thinking that, I need to go out here and find me a traditional wife. All right, ninja. Cartier says broken beyond repair. I'm gonna go out here and find a traditional woman. Yeah, all right, ninja. All right. Ninja ain't got 2 cents to his name talking about finding a traditional woman. Ninja, can you afford a traditional woman? I'm tired of ninjas talking about let me get a traditional woman. Ninja ain't got 2 cents to his name. Ninja, don't you think a traditional woman should be able to live like a traditional woman? Ninjas don't even really want traditional women. They just want women they can control, right? Old narcissistic ass ninjas, Andrew Tate ass ninjas. They just want women they can control, right? They don't want the true, because the true essence of a woman, you got to be able to afford it. You got to be able to afford the true essence of a woman. But ninjas don't want that. They just want the woman. They want the woman. None of this stuff is coming back. Traditionalism is dead. They've been killed that. Gen Z cooked, ninja. They growing up in the world, and me included. We're growing up in a world where we're seeing things that we were taught to cherish and taught to achieve to, ninja. We're seeing all these things decay. We're seeing literal the collegiate system decaying, ninja. College degrees mean what, ninja? Not saying that they're just pointless, but college degrees in 2025 means what exactly, ninja? It means you gain. I know that for sure. It definitely means you guaranteed a layoff, ninja. But besides that, what does the college degree mean nowadays, ninja? We're seeing the collegiate system, right? Colleges, the college institution, the university institutions decay, ninja. We're seeing the political on both sides, the political system decaying, ninja. We're seeing the traditional marriage system, ninja, decaying, ninja. We're seeing values, decaying, ninja. All this stuff is done, ninja. Middle class decayed, ninja. What else do y'all want me to tell you? What else do y'all want me to tell you, ninja? It is done. Bebop, what's going on? AI comment had an MTG to get Riff. I said ready to get fired, I guess. Yeah, I've been seeing this for the past few years, ninja. When I used to work in Amazon, I worked at an Amazon facility like 5-6 years ago. I already seen the robotics coming in. They were already rolling this stuff out and testing this stuff. This was 5-6 years ago, right? And this was 5-6 years ago when I first seen a fully automated Amazon facility. Fully automated Amazon facility. It was freshly built. Ninja, this stuff is cooked. That's the new manufacturing. That's the manufacturing that they say that they want to bring back. That's the manufacturing that they want to bring back. It's not that they want to bring manufacturing so your broke ass can go to work. Nah, they still don't want your ass to work. They don't want your ass to work. They want to bring manufacturing back so they can fully automate it, so they can be in full control of it in the United States and be the prime sole custody of the United States, so they can push out the products to the world. That is why. Not so you ninjas can go to work. Y'all think it was about y'all? Oh, you ninjas, y'all are so foolish. You foolish ass ninjas. You foolish humans. You foolish. Y'all thought it was about you. You thought it was about you, you foolish human beings. No, it's not about you. It's about power and control. Do y'all not understand it yet? They want to bring back manufacturing, not so your ass can have a job, but so they can have power and control over the manufacturing automation industry. Oh my God, man. When are y'all gonna get it? When are y'all going to get it? Diego says our existence is meaningless, basically. That's not what I said. I never said life was meaningless. You're going to have to go and find meaning in the midst of chaos. You finding meaning is your goal. This is what a lot of men are going to be struggling with. This is why we're seeing so much violence. This is why we're seeing, so many men crash out. Right? This is why we see so many men latch on to the extremes now. Men are latching on to the extremisms now. Men are latching on to extremism because they have nothing else to do. Society has basically said that men are worthless. Society has basically said, hey, you're not worth a woman. You're not worth a damn. You're not worth it if you ain't 6 feet tall. You ain't worth it if you ain't making six figures. You ain't worth a damn. So go somewhere. Go somewhere. You ain't Chad. You ain't Tyrone, or you ain't the attorney ninja. You ain't the sexy doctor. Blue eyes with a 6'5", blue eyes. Yeah, y'all know that song. You ain't that ninja, right? You ain't 6'8", the great ninja. You ain't none of these ninjas. Ninja, yeah, they like, yeah, get out of here, ninja. Ninja, yeah, get up out of here, ninja. So they basically told men ain't worth the damn. So a lot of men are internalizing that. That's why we're seeing so much going on. Ninjas are offing themselves. Ninjas are shooting up schools, right? Ninjas getting poked up at school. Ninja. That's why we're seeing so much. And this is just what they're propping up in the media, right? They're not showing all the men who off themselves. They're not showing all the men who are struggling. They're not showing the true extent of it. And then when we do talk about it, they demonize it. Well, men just need to get themselves up. Men just need to. All right, all right. I guess so then. I guess so. And they're gonna keep telling you that. So, Ninja, if that's the case, Ninja, then that means nobody's coming to save you. So you have no choice but to get up and go get it. You ain't got no choice. What are you gonna do? Sit back and be like and cry yourself to sleep, Ninja? You gonna cry because you can't get no coochie? You gonna become a school shooter, Ninja, because you can't get no coochie, Ninja? That's what we doing now. But men don't have an outlet. Men don't have any heroes, Ninja. Men don't have any heroes anymore. Nobody look up to. Everybody emasculate. Ninjas either there's one or two things now. Ninjas are either emasculated or extreme, right? Emasculated or extreme. Myself, I would like to say I'm in between, ninja. I would like to say I'm in between. Well, not in between, emasculated. That's not what I meant. But like I'm moderate with my message, right? Sometimes I can get a little bit crazy, right? But I'm moderate with my message. But for the kids, for the teenagers, they don't have nobody to look up to. They seeing all these emasculated men or guys who more extreme. But the guys who are more extreme, guess what they're doing? They're relaying a message, right? They're feeding them, right? They're feeding their masculinity. They're feeding their manhood, even though it's still misguided. It's still misguided. Andrew Tate ass ninjas. It's still misguided. But at the same time, they emasculated. He acting like a bitch over there. But this guy, he extreme. He extreme. He may be racist too, but I guess ninja. I guess that he cool ninja. So they rather go over this way than to go over there. But can you blame them? Society's not doing nothing to fix politics, neither red nor blue. Republicans ain't saying shit about men's issues, so I don't want to hear shit about it. The conservatives, the Republicans are not saying shit about what's going on with men. And it is drastic. It is cold red out here. It is cold red and nobody's talking about it. Every time I see a segment pop up on my YouTube feed, I see CNN with they bitch ass doing a segment. Men are lonely. And this is why, because these ninjas can't get no woman. I'm like, ninja, y'all missed the whole point. Y'all skipped over the real issues, ninja. Y'all just straight into demonizing men. But either side is not talking about men. They want to continue to get worse because they both want control, right? The right side, they want men to lean towards extremism so they can control them on this side, right? They want to control those emotions on this side. They want you to be more extreme and overly emotional. But then on the flip side, the left, the Democrats, they want you emasculated so they can control you because you're feminized, ninja. You can't win, ninja. You can't win. You can't win. You can't win. So you better get out here and win. That's the only thing you can do. And that's it. That's it. Shouts out to everybody who tuned in. Shouts out to everybody who super chatted. Shouts out to all y'all. I hope I gave y'all some knowledge. I hope I gave y'all a true after pill, ninja. Right? I hope I bestowed some wisdom onto you ninjas. Right? And y'all better get right out here. Because it's getting dangerous. Make sure you carry, ninja. Grocery store, carry to the bathroom, carry to the movie theater, ninja, carry to church, ninja. Fuck what that sign say, ninja. Just act like you didn't see it. No weapons allowed. Well, ninja, that ninja, he looked at that same sign where it said no weapons allowed, and look at what happened. How many times do we see no weapons allowed and ninjas walk up in there where it say no weapons allowed? So then if it say no weapons allowed, what you think, what you want me to do? You want me to come in here naked? You want me to come in here naked? Nah, ninja. Nah, the mall says no weapons allowed, ninja. Well, these ninjas getting through, so I guess I'm getting through too, ninja. I guess I'm getting through. Shouts out to y'all, man. Shouts out to y'all. I'll see y'all in the next live stream, man. Y'all get some rest, get up for work. Hope you ninjas going to work and not sitting on your ass. Work some overtime, ninja. And let's get it. See y'all in the next one.